we go. So last week at our training, we talked about spending our lives being a yes, I can woman. Say yes, tell the world, and then figure it out. Say yes, tell the world, then figure it out. And I want to start there for this training because we're talking about some topics today that most of us have been feeling a little bit of pushback about. Has anybody been feeling a tiny little bit of pushback about all of the stuff? I know I have, just a tiny little bit. And so it's taken me a while to kind of wrap my brain around everything the company's been doing. So what I'm going to start with is, why in the world did I reach out? Because this is a meeting where I invited everyone in our unit who's not normally here. I did a YouTube video talking about this meeting and had asked Tracy to send it to every single consultant because I wanted to reach out to people. And we've got a bunch that have texted me and said, hey, I cannot be there live. I'm going to watch the YouTube video afterwards. They just want me here for the Q&A. So y'all ask good questions so that we'll have FOMO. So make sure you ask good questions at the end. Sorry. Okay. So, so anyhow, why did I do this? Well, when we were at leadership, Ryan gave us just some sweet things, and I want to read this to you. Okay. He thanked us first for everything that we've done for the last 7 months. He said, we threw everything in the kitchen sink at you and you took care of it. You did it. And so they know that they've thrown a lot at us in the last 7 months. There's so much that so many of us are like, wait a minute, what happened? What's going on? They did e-commerce, which is part of what we're talking about tonight. They did seminar realignment. We moved through 2 different seminar divisions in the last 7 months. We were Ruby in June, and in July, we were Sapphire, and then they moved us in September to Emerald. So, I mean, that alone is a lot. They have the Amazon rollout, the tiered discount, and we're going to talk about all that. And what Ryan wanted us to understand as leaders so that we could bring love to you guys is that Mary Kay is changing the game to increase active new consultants. And as a result of that 30% tiered discount structure, we had 1,000 more. 1,000. Did y'all hear that? 1,000 more new active consultants in the first month. So the new tiered discount structure and the new e-commerce is helping new consultants become active and get more customers faster. And so that's what I want y'all to understand when we're done tonight, is how to make that work for you as you work your business and reach out to new people. The Amazon thing, a lot of people don't know about it. I will touch on it because people will be watching this video. If you have seen Mary Kay being sold on Amazon, all of us has. It's so annoying. They had so many unauthorized sellers there, and Mary Kay, it was like whack-a-mole. They'd hit ahead and 10 more would pop up somewhere else. And Amazon will not work with a business that is not got a store on their storefront. So Mary Kay had to break their vow to us to never go around us to sell this product and open a store on Amazon. I hated having to do it. But it's if you can't beat them, join them situation. And so they had to go and sell on Amazon and open up a store. But what they did was they picked 5 core products that are real popular, and they're selling them on Amazon more expensively than your customers can buy them from you. So they can't get a better deal than coming through you. And as a result, in the last 3 months since they started selling on Amazon, 80% of the unauthorized storefronts have been closed down because Amazon now has a vested interest to keep Mary Kay happy. And they've reduced the number of unauthorized listings. That's not big stores, it's just listings, by 30%. And they've increased the overall price point on those products, again, to make it be less competition for you. So that's a great news. Mary Kay's doing everything they can to help us sell more and reach our customers. Ryan assured us that we're going to remain a generational company because each generation wants to define its own success. And, right now we've got a big shift that's going on. I started thinking about what fills my tank, what helps me to be excited. And what helps me to be excited is when I feel like I'm helping others. Does that fill anybody else's tank? When I feel like I'm helping others and providing a service, that's what makes me feel good. And these changes that they've done with the e-commerce and with the social media, everything that's going on, has made it easier for us to access money, especially for people who work this very part-time. We just have to know how, and we have to know that it's there. And right now, what the last point on this part of reasons I really wanted to have a meeting where people are watching is our unit is so close. We're so close on the cusp of breaking through to the next level. And for us, that's becoming a Grand Achiever unit. We're so close. If every consultant opened a My Shop and posted somewhere on social media and got a few orders every month, we'd be there. We were $50 a person away from finishing CAR in December. That's it. $50 per person per month. That's it. It's so close. And so I know that if we can help all of us, me too, I want to get some of this business going. I want to find some of that business that's out there on social media because they're buying. I clicked on a Temu ad today and bought something for my kitchen when I was playing a game this morning before I went and took my shower. And that was $38 I did not expect to spend this morning. Guess what? Your customers are out there doing that too. Why don't we want to go grab some of those $38 orders? I know I do. Anybody want to do that? Anybody want to do a Laura Temu thing? I got spice racks on the way from my kitchen that's going to make my spice cabinet look better. Y'all saw that ad too. I see some of you smiling. Okay. But we can do this. So really quickly, wherever you are, hopefully you're not driving. I want you to look around and see and look at everything that's the color brown around you. Just really quickly, just look around. Just think about what's brown. Everything that's brown. Okay. And then once you've got the idea of everything that's brown, I want you to close your eyes. Okay. Now tell me everything you saw that was red. Okay. Can you do it? Can you do it? Or y'all looking at me like, no. Okay. We did that on training last week with Linda Tupin. If you didn't see that training, go watch it. It's on Janice Trude's YouTube channel, and it was so powerful. It'll be Wednesday, the February the 11th. Such an amazing training, and she explains a lot of the social media stuff that I'm not going to have time for tonight, like who our audience is. Go watch it. Please go watch it. It will so much help you because it's going to surprise you who the biggest groups are that are in social media that are spending. And it's not the youngsters. So we've got to be strategic about what we're doing. We're going to meet youngsters through grandma because grandma has the money. All right. So go watch that training. Go watch that training. So I said that to say this. When we did that, her color was blue. She didn't say red. She said blue. And I couldn't think of anything blue in my office. I was sitting here like, what in the world is blue? And I opened my eyes and I had not one, but two things sitting on my desk right in front of me that were blue. And then she said, you didn't see it because you weren't looking for it. And I said, huh. So maybe what we're not seeing is because we weren't looking for it. We've got to know what we're looking for if we're going to find it. And if we want to find some of this business, we can do it, but we just got to start looking for it. And I think that we can. It's really easy. Some of the top units that have directors that are smarter than I am, that have already done all these transitions, have already had consultants that were like on the way out dying, coming in and having $1,000 wholesale their first month doing this. And so we're going to do it too. I believe in it. I know the company's headed for great things and I want great things for us. So where are we going to start? Well, we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to talk about My Shop and social media in a second. Let me see what I want to do first here. Yeah, no, let's go ahead and start talking about My Shop. And I've got some graphics I'm going to show you guys. So your My Shop, what is it? I've got a graphic here. One of my assistants made this graphic for us. Oh, shoot, I hit the wrong button. Okay, hang on. Let me find my screen share button. And then I can share this with y'all. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, y'all should be able to see this. Now, this is a success is your personal use. Now, I mailed this to y'all. I mailed it to you in your newsletter. So your newsletter looks like this. It came to you this month and it's on page 2. So it's right here. So if we're going to think about doing the whole My Shop thing, I want to start here. There's 2 things I know about selling from all my years in Mary Kay. I retail over $40,000 every year doing the National Court of Sales, but I didn't start out that way. I started out here. This is the first thing I did when I wanted to sell more or even start selling, when I was really unsure of what to do. And one of my directors brought us a thing that said success equals your personal use. And when I saw this in one of my assistants had it in one of her things that she sent me, I said, I want that in my newsletter, because she had sent it to me for something else. And I said, and I want the graphic. Can you send it to me? And she did. It's really important to use your products. There's 2 ways that I personally sell products. Like I said, I've been doing 40,000 a year is my average now. I sell what I use and I sell what I show. That's it. I sell what I use and I sell what I show. If I don't use it or show it, I don't sell it. Every once in a while, I'll have somebody come to me for a product and ask me questions about it because of referrals and whatnot. But 90% or more of the products that I sell are the things that I use or the things that I show. And so when we start with personal use and cleaning it out, especially if you're going to start thinking about maybe I can do some of this social media, take a look and see what personal use products you're using. And do you have some brands that aren't going to make you money? Do you have some that aren't Mary Kay? Can you find a Mary Kay brand to try or Mary Kay product to try to replace that thing? And so take a look at that. That's your success begins with your personal use. And your My Shop, I've got a graphic for that as well. Let me go over to that one. Here it is. Okay. My Shop is new. And so what we've got to understand about this is that you can set up your shop website so your friends, your family, and your customers can start ordering your Mary Kay products from you, and it's free from Mary Kay. It doesn't cost you anything now. They want everyone to have a shop. So you could go out after this meeting and go set up your shop. And there's a few things I want to tell you about that. I would encourage you to have some photos. Your photos matter. Get some photos of you with your Mary Kay products. Put your charcoal mask on and take a selfie of you with your mask on tonight. Put some hydrogel eye patches on and take a selfie of you with that on. And you want to do some self-branding. What sets you apart? And so be thinking about how you want people to know about you. If you're only going to be selling on your My Shop, say, I'm 100% My Shop consultant. You know, you can purchase products from me anytime on My Shop. They'll be sent to you directly. That's how I service my customers. If, you know, you're like me, I have a hybrid business, so I do a bunch of other stuff, but you can custom design it for you. And Mary Kay gave us a ton of leeway there. You may want to do a selfie of you with the new Mary Kay color look on that's current and say, you know, this is a picture of me with the look on page whatever of the current lookbook. And you can put that out there. And you want to, you know, wherever you are, take a screenshot of us right now on your Zoom. Put that on your My Shop. Say, hey, me and my Mary Kay sisters. In fact, we can pose for one in a minute. I'll put that there so we don't forget. And so it's exciting. You can go set it up and it's free. Now, once you set it up, you're going to earn 30 to 50% profit on all website orders. Now, wait a minute. What'd you say, Laura? 30? What happened? What's 30? If you're not active, if you have not placed an activating order is $450 retail, $225 your cost, and you don't get the 50% until the retail on your order hits $450. So we all know that that's what we have to do to stay active, and that's once every 3 months to stay active. And if you're not active, your customer can go out there. She'll have a 100 retail order minimum, and you'll make 30% instead of 50. But if you have 3 customers do that, guess what? You're now active. You're getting active. Well, actually, you'd have to have 4.5 customers do that with that $100 retail. So you're going to get active pretty quickly with these orders going in. And then once you're active, you're going to get that 50% discount. But here's the deal, that 30% or 50%, when you set up your My Shop, you'll need to go set up your Stripe account. That's this price, this talking point here. And that money, that 30%, automatically gets deposited into your Mary Kay bank account. So make sure you have a bank account for your Mary Kay business. I have a bank account, a free account from my bank that's set up specifically for my Mary Kay business, and that's where all my Mary Kay money goes. And it just gets in there. They go place their order. The company ships it. You don't have to see it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to hit a go button. They place the order. It ships. You get money. They place the order. It ships. You get money. And that's how it works. And you'll get a 30% discount on the InTouch orders, even when you are inactive, with 100 retail order yourself as well. So if you're struggling to get enough together, you can place those orders until you've accumulated enough to reactivate yourself with a 225 wholesale. So once you order 225 a month wholesale, your total orders from your website, you get active and you get back to earning that 50%. That's why those new consultants that don't have any startup income are starting so strong and getting active so quickly, because their people are placing orders, they're becoming active, and then boom, it goes up to 50% and they haven't spent a dime. All they've done is sent their friends and family their link, and they've got that active. And then you can call if you have any questions, but you just go to marykay.com to set up your shop, and it's that easy. So I wanted to explain that so y'all understand. If you're like, how come I'm not active? I placed an order. Well, activity level is still about ordering 450 retail, 225 wholesale. You still have to do that to be considered active. And once you're active, your My Shop's out. You can send people to your shop. They can order, it gets sent. You can send them to the shop. They order, it gets sent. And you get that profit put right into your account. And you can set up your shop to reverse charges for the shipping to you if you want to. I don't have that. You know, if my people want shipping, they know they need to contact me personally, and I'm going to go in and pay for their shipping for them. So, because I want people to hit my shop and order, you know, I want to be able to connect with them. But we're getting people that are coming in and placing these orders that don't know you, and boom, they get their order. They don't have to put their information in. Don't get upset about it. Just take the money. You know, what's that song? Take the money and run. Come on, take the money and run. You know what song I'm talking about? Okay. So somebody nod so they don't feel like an old lady. Okay. it's an old song from the 70s. All right. So let's talk really, really quickly about that. We're going to go and do question and answer here in a second, but I want to do a few more little, just little talking points for you. You can use your link. You know, I started this meeting showing y'all the video on Mary Kay Untouched on how to put your My Shop link on your Instagram account, because you can have that out there on your Instagram profile and post a thing on your Instagram. Hey, my Mary Kay shop is live. The link's on my profile. You know, give me a shout out if you need some Mary Kay products. Post your favorite product there. I use Mary Kay. I love Mary Kay. You can buy it from me. You post it on Instagram, boom. Now Mary Kay is allowing us to do that, and you can filter people to your shop. And so e-commerce is a new thing that we no longer have to not use the Mary Kay logo on stuff. They actually want us out there actively creating content and putting it out there to drive people to the Mary Kay brand. And so it's open. Let's go for it. But as we do this, I'm going to give y'all just a short little training from Linda Tupin at Leadership Conference. And she said this last Wednesday too. So if you go watch it, I think she might have said this. She said, when it comes to social media, you want to remember to tell your social media that I will use you, but you will not use me. You have to be careful to avoid the scroll and use your social media to build your business and use it the way you want it to be used. And we had a sales director that taught at Catalyst about this. And she said, your social media is about lead generation. There are some things you're going to do to elevate it. If you're going to use your link on social media, that you'll do to elevate your presence so people are seeing more of your posts, putting more out there She said, if you're a cat person and you're not getting weird cat videos from people, then you're not branding yourself well enough on social media. And so, I'm going to start working on that, just branding myself better so that people see my posts, but I'm going to use it. I'm not going to allow it to use me. I'm not going to go through and scroll. I'm going to go through, do my posts, put them out there and let people kind of see what I'm doing. It's going to take some time, but it will happen. Other things about social media I want you to know is that stories are a great way to reach your current followers. And on Instagram, you can put your link on a story. You cannot put it in a reel. So if you're doing a story on Instagram, yes, you can put your link in it and put it in there. And if you're doing a reel, you cannot put your link in that. That's just how it works. And you can also post a video as a reel. So if you're wanting to reach an audience with a video, you can tell them, hey, I can't post my link on this video, but it is on my profile, on my Instagram profile, and tell them what your Instagram name is so they can find you. So my last talking point on this is, I know it's overwhelming. I know they're asking us to do a lot, but if you do have a social media presence and you want to have that make money for you, you can have it make money for you. If you don't have a My Shop and you want one, you don't have to use it on social media. You can text your link to your friends and say, hey, I've opened up a shop. I would absolutely love to have you shop at my shop. Here's my link. Let me know if you see anything you like, or just place an order. It'll get to you like ASAP. They come really, really fast. You can choose to use this for your business, however best works for you. You can actually print out your QR code on something like on the tumbler I'm giving away this month, and send people to your shop to shop. If you're at a booth and they say, hey, I want an eyeliner, you say, hey, scroll this. This is my shop, and just order it. It'll be on its way before you even get home. And you can place those orders. So get your shop going. Don't be afraid to do it. It doesn't cost you a thing. And it may just make some money if you share your link with others. So I'm going to stop here. I hope that training helps some of y'all who watch this on YouTube. Shout out to everybody who is watching on YouTube. And also, we're going to go and do our Q&A now. So that's private for the people who attended our live meeting tonight. So I'm going to wave goodbye.